the human race was a mistake. Like, we need a flood, aliens come down, meteor showers, something to wipe us out and start over once again. Because this planet is just filled with people that are absolute morons, and nobody wants to use their brain. And these people, they can work jobs, they can drive cars, they can vote, they can vote. They have an impact, they have a voice in the world, and it's like, you probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't, because yesterday, during that Nintendo Direct presentation, my favorite game from the showcase was The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, because I thought this game looked really cool and really unique. Mario and Luigi, gameplay looked good. Graphically, I didn't think was very impressive. Metroid Prime 4, it's a ways away. I can't get too excited for it. It's probably going to be cross-generational at this point in time. But The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, September 26th, and watching this game, I was like, this is cool. You know, we've been wanting to play as Zelda herself for a very long time. Yes, you could in Hyrule Warriors. Yes, you could in that crappy CDI game, but I feel like you could do something very different with a Zelda game playing as Zelda instead of Link. And for once, your family members who call the Legend of Zelda character Link Zelda will actually be right, because now you're playing as Zelda. But in the back of my mind, I thought, they're not going to do this. They're not going to try and make this a taboo topic, because of the fact that right now in the video game landscape, wokeness, DEI, all of that sort of stuff is being thrusted into the forefront by both sides, by the people that think everything is woke and by the people that are saying that nothing is woke and this is all made up. I don't like really either side. I think both sides are grifters. Both sides are pandering. Instead of actually looking at a situation for what it is, they just blanket everything. They blanket statement, blanket this, blanket that, and it makes it, you can't even have a conversation. You can't even have a point of differentiating opinions on it because of the hive mind mentality. And there are some grifters on each side that are definitely at the forefront of what they do. Now, I've talked about DEI stuff before. I've talked about wokeism stuff before. But like I always say, I don't claim a side. I case by case basis. You want to call that a fence rider? You can suck my ass. I really don't care what you call me, because at the end of the day, I'm going to have my opinions, and my opinions are not going to be blanket opinions. They're going to be formed on an individual basis. And on this basis, I was thinking to myself, are they really the anti-woke grifters? Are they really going to try and make this game a product of forced DEI and forced representation? Because if that's the case, we have completely lost the plot. And I think a lot of those people have lost the plot anyways, but this would just be ridiculous. This is not taking a character and changing their backstory or their race or their sex just for the hell of it. This is a woman that's been involved in the Legend of Zelda franchise since the beginning. And it's someone that people have wanted to play as for a very long time. So I went on Twitter, looking at the usual suspects here. Grums. I'm not a huge fan of Grums. I think he's a grifter. He definitely panders to his audience. But Grums made a decent tweet here. But when I think of people that are definitely at the forefront of this, Grums is probably the main person. And some things I think are decent that he says, and some things I think are just absolutely stupid and ridiculous and just trying to drum up stuff when there's not a situation. But Grum said, Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom looks awesome. I love the top-down view and the chibi characters. So, okay, maybe I was wrong about this. Maybe the people that think everything is woke, maybe they're not going to lose their minds over this, that you're playing as a woman in a game. But the problem is, see, here's the problem. Let's go back into me here. Here's the problem. When you cultivate an audience and you specifically focus on things, and it's always the same sort of thing. Oh, look, this has a woman lead character. Oh, look, this is, this is a sign of wokeness because this lead character is a woman, or this lead character is kind of a weird woman or something like that. You start to cultivate an audience that has that same hive mind mentality. And when you do that, your audience, buys into everything. And now they look at everything with a skeptical lens. Oh, is this woke? Is this DEI? Is this this? Is this that? They're not able to differentiate certain things. They're not able to discern from when something is being ridiculously forced and when something is just naturally happening. For instance, if they were to take, I don't know, Star Wars is very hot right now with the Acolyte. If they were to make Obi-Wan Kenobi like a gay black dude, sure, I would be like, okay, what the hell is this? This is ridiculous. You're taking an established character and you're just changing them for absolutely no reason outside of the original vision of what the creator intended it to be. But with Zelda, this character's always been there. But like I said, you start to cultivate this mentality. Is playing as Zelda... Okay, you kind of failed there. Is playing as Zelda a sign of the DEI growing at Nintendo? Because this is where we are nowadays. Woman, DEI. Black character, DEI. It's like, no, stupid. Like, yes, there are instances where it is pandering. There's instances where it's probably forced in. If you have basic ass video game knowledge and you understand anything about the Legend of Zelda franchise, one of the longest running franchises in history, you wouldn't ask this question. And then we get into the comments here. In a vacuum, no. Oh, thanks. Thanks, buddy. You know, Giga Bear, uncertain. She isn't an insert or anything and has a valid place in the franchise, so it might be fine. People are liking this tweet. People are saying, oh, you know, it is a bit uncertain. You know, is it a valid place in the franchise? I don't know. I hope not, but I have the same worry. I have absolutely nothing against Zelda being the protagonist for a game, as long as we get the usual Zelda games down the line. Princess Peach Showtime did the same thing, and my niece loved it. I thought it was pretty good. So what are you worried about? What the fuck are you worried about? There hasn't been a game where you played as Zelda in, like, forever. But all because you're playing as a woman. Now, there's the thoughts of wokeness. Now, there's the thoughts of, oh, well, this could be DEI stuff. I saw this on a Nintendo job listing. Let's all freak out. If you don't like the game because you don't like the gameplay mechanic, I've seen some people say that they don't like the whole echoes thing where you take over a table or something like that. Like, that's fine. It's obviously going to be a more puzzle-driven game. It's obviously going to be a more sort of thinking game. It's not a game where you can just hack and slash your way through it like you can in some Zelda games. Obviously, all Legend of Zelda games have some puzzle elements into it, but it seems like it's leaning more so into the puzzle elements with this game. And I think that's fresh. I think that's different. I'm glad it's not the same old sort of thing. But if you don't like it because of the gameplay, okay, whatever. We'll agree to disagree on that. But if you're sitting there looking at The Legend of Zelda, the new game, and you're thinking to yourself, I gotta play as Zelda. I gotta play as a woman? Yeah, I don't like that. Like, go away. Get off the internet. You shouldn't be on the internet. You shouldn't be... I don't understand how you function in life. I don't understand it. And that's the problem with this outrage culture on both sides. You've got women game journalists. I'll fight you. I'll fight you. You've got other people on the other side. Everything's woke. It's all woke. You got all these cliques and groups and people just they latch onto these people because they think they're in some fictional war of video games and culture. And I'm just like, who the fuck raised you people? Who raised you people? Jesus Christ. So no, don't get your panties in a wad over the new Legend of Zelda game that you have to play as a woman. It's cool to play as a woman. I like Tomb Raider. I'm playing Perfect Dark on Nintendo Switch Online right now. It's okay. You'll be all right. You'll be okay. I promise. I hate this industry. I hate this industry. Just drives me nuts nowadays. It drives me nuts because there's going to be people that take this out of context. There's going to be people that just run with some crazy narrative with it because, you know, oh, he's grifting. He's woke. He's not woke enough. This, that, or the other. Kiss my ass. I don't care. I'm a grown-ass man. I can make my own damn decisions about what I think about something. And if I like what I see, I'm going to like it. I'm going to play it. I'm going to buy it. Don't worry. Don't pocket watch people. Who cares? Who gives a shit? These people are nuts, man. I don't even know where I'm going with this video. I don't even know how to end this video. I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed. Everything's annoying nowadays. No conversations, no nuance, no nothing. It's just automatically you assume one thing about a game, and then that's it. That's it. Anyone who likes the game or likes the way the game looks or likes the way the game plays, they're the enemy. Whether it's because it's a game that is perceived to be woke and people don't like it because they perceive it to be woke, or you have the other side of people where something is perceived to be not woke and then people automatically like it, and then another group of people are like, well, you shouldn't like this game because it's not woke enough. Like, you people are ridiculous. Goodbye. Hit subscribe. Goodbye.